You got 30 seconds to talk this guy down. You got that, webhead?
Okay. Dr. Banner? Look, sir, I know you don't know me that well, but I heard you have a son. He wouldn't want this for you.
Banner no have son. No child support.
Oh man, he didn't even watch that show. Look, sir, at the end of season 1, episode 9 of She-Hulk, No, Frank! Whoa, Frank, are you okay?
Yeah, I got something else for this guy.
I think Frank is in space. Whoa, hey, Mr. Murdoch! Sorry, have we met?
God damn it.
I got him. And him.
Forgive the interruption, Fisk, but I am the mayor of this city, and vigilantes are outlawed. You have 10 seconds to surrender to my anti-vigilante task force.
Power Stone Rocket!
Perhaps a new agreement is in order.
We don't have time for you, Humpty Dumpty.
Hey, no Power Stones!
Ooh, yeah, sorry.
I told you guys no more time heists.
But we're so good at it now.
Excuse us. We just came from a parallel universe. We need your help. Not now, Mando.
What's going on, guys? It's Ross here, finally back on MGF Customs to celebrate the beginning of production on Spider-Man Brand New Day with this custom Lego minifigure review on both Phoenix Customs Classic Arachnid, or the new red and blue suit from the ending of No Way Home, which finally was just shipped this year, along with, of course, we have Chip Customs, Punisher, and these are two minifigures that just so happened to come into the collection very recently, and so the stars just kind of aligned on this one. And I know it's been a long time, guys, but I thought now's the time for another quick video, just because I, like you, have been pretty pumped by all the set photos we've been seeing coming out of Scotland. I won't keep you too long. This is going to be a short video, obviously. So, with that said, I just hope you guys are doing well and still making cool things. Hopefully I can stick around for longer this time. We'll see. But just know I'm always here, I'm always around, even if it's not always here. But I appreciate those of you guys who still are here, as always. And let's get started. So, the classic Arachnid by Phoenix Customs. Listen, this is a minifigure part of a group of other minifigures that is at the center of one of the craziest scandals in custom LEGO minifigure history on Instagram. I'll spare you the lore, but essentially what was once a trusted minifigure producer just bailed on his commitments after a long time, stole a lot of money from a lot of good people, and really ruined the custom printed LEGO minifigure community for a good while there last year when it all came to light. However, Adam at Phoenix Customs, Geek Over 40, Brett, along with Tier 1 Bricks, and especially Brothers Figure, came together to fundraise, and Adam even sold off part of his own collection, but it was a thorough and comprehensive fundraising process that really made it possible to reduce the reordering costs of these minifigures in order to reproduce them from the ground up last year and this year. So, and you know, it's obviously not even about this minifigure right here in front of you. I'm just so glad that it all still mostly worked out in the end, even though it caused a lot of upset in the LEGO community on Instagram, and it was a really tough thing to see and ruined the hobby for a good few people too. That said, here we have one of the figures that I did pre-order. I didn't get all of them, just this one and the Andrew Garfield one. And this is really cool. The classic Arachnid, or the red and blue No Way Home ending final swing suit, is obviously masterfully designed, especially, I mean, with the blue texturing. I just absolutely love the design work going on, especially on the legs and on the front of the torso. The metallic blue finish is just so spot on, and I'm so glad that the production on these worked out so well in the end, and just that these finally got made despite all of the upset. One of my two favorite things about this particular version of the red and blue suit is that it actually has the printed hands. So there's webbing on both sides of either Lego minifigure hand. This is a detail that I completely forgot was going to be on this minifigure and was thrilled to see upon opening it. But more so than that, I was excited to see this. That you can actually bend the legs, and yeah, the webbing of course is present on the insides of the boots, but the blue is also present on the upper hip piece, which is so important to me because I reviewed a minifigure of the same vein by Lifebreak last year, their red and blue No Way Home suit, and it was really cool because I was like, well, I'll get this one since obviously the Rex Mini Break Phoenix custom, that's never going to happen. I'm never going to get this one, so I was like, let me get the Lifebreak one, but it didn't have the blue extending all the way up the hips, and it certainly didn't have the printed hands. So this one to me is definitely now my favorite version of the final swing suit, and I just never really would have thought I would have this minifigure up on the pedestal after all the years of turmoil since 2022 when those first dreaded pre-orders went up at the time. Also included is of course a likeness to Tom Holland as Peter Parker, and I'll be honest, this is not my favorite Tom Holland likeness. Obviously, I believe still an older design, but I don't really know if I'm seeing Tom Holland on this face. However, I have also appeared to get just a touch of damage on it, as well as just, there's a little bit of like misprinting you can kind of see on this eyebrow, and there's even like kind of a scratch on the left side of the face as well. I'm not sure what happened there, but if we go ahead and spin it around, I happen to like this face a lot more. This really captures kind of the ending tragedy of No Way Home as Doctor Strange casts that spell to make everyone on Earth forget who Peter Parker is. And I just think that expression is simulated perfectly here with the black eye and the teeth. I think that looks really, really cool. Also included here is the phone hooked up, of course, to the police scanner at the end of No Way Home. And this one's awesome because it actually has all of the text written and typed out even at that scale, which is so fun because I've had this custom printed tile by Firestar Toys, which does not have the same level of detail, but does have a little bit more color with the green going on there, but I much prefer the higher detailed pad printed version. Yeah, that's actually pretty much it for this Spider-Man minifigure, and I don't know how to feel. I don't think I could ever really speak to the situation in any meaningful way. I was never directly involved in any capacity or anything, but it was just really horrible to witness and for everyone to go through, and I'm just so glad that Phoenix Customs and everyone who was able to contribute and make all that happen, Brett with Geek Over 40, Brothers Figure, and Tier 1 Breaks, among others, were able to put a pin in this thing. Alright man, John Bernthal's Punisher, Frank Castle, a character I certainly never expected to see return in Daredevil Born Again, never mind getting another Punisher special presentation, and especially not in Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland. Their long-standing friendship notwithstanding, I can't believe that this is all happening, and I've always had a Punisher minifigure in the collection of some capacity, a half custom many years ago, bootlegs ever since, but I never really wanted to shell out a ton of cash for what I felt like really was a fairly simple looking character. And so when Chip Custom came along on Instagram very recently with this really awesome alternative kind of simplified version of Frank Castle, I was actually still kind of reluctant at first, but it was so affordable and the likeness to John Bernthal was so outstanding that I finally did pull the trigger after all, and I'm so glad that I did. And it is fully pad printed, just like an official Lego minifigure, with those designs on his vest and the legs and the American flags and sleeve wrinkles on the sides of the arms. But really, in addition to the back design and all of this design work, it was that face that sold me. That is a perfect likeness to John Bernthal. And also, if we go ahead and remove the hairpiece and spin that face around, of course we've got John Bernthal's Punisher giving that signature roar every time he steps into a major new action scene. And I have to say, man, I love that hairpiece too. The hairstyle being nailed this well as a custom Lego hairpiece was also a huge selling point on this one for me, and I'm so thrilled to have it in the collection and to really have a proper John Bernthal minifigure in the collection. I don't know what guns he's been using as of late, like in Daredevil Born Again. I wasn't paying that close attention. I think it was like a Glock or something. I know whatever minifig cat gun I had him using in the intro of the video wasn't really right, so instead we're just gonna have him using the minigun by Minifig Cat that I know he definitely did not use in Daredevil Season 2 or really at any other point after, so it is still really cool though, and the one weapon that I know I have to display him with in my own collection, whether he uses it or not. And so that is it for Frank Castle as a custom Lego minifigure, dude. And this is just so awesome, and nothing a good cup of coffee couldn't fix. Just as a little aside, because I'm not going to do a whole comparison video or anything, but I just think it's so interesting how the Life Brick final swing suit ended up looking more like the brand new day suit with its black webbing, and it's also got more detail on the side of the torso, for example, with the webbing continuing and the suit texturing seamlessly continuing. You even got the web shooters printed on there. I'm not really sure if you can see them. And, you know, that said, both minifigures still have their strengths and weaknesses, especially on the hip here being exposed red, whereas the Phoenix version simply does not have that issue, and so you have much more posability. And also over here on the left, I've got this really cool little mini build by Firestar Toys that I picked up last year, which I just love. It's got the sewing machine brick built on there and the little desk, but also more than that, it's got the coffee cup. And you can see the coffee cup right there has all the printed detail on it as well. And then you've got the same phone that I was showing you of theirs earlier in the video. And so this is just really awesome because these minifigures, but also this little build by Firestar, are just really fun in that they remind me of a scene that meant so much to us after Peter lost quite literally everything in his world and still jumps out that window anyway, alone and forgotten, but still doing the right thing, the responsible thing. And I just love having this little monument to that in the collection. It's always been really cool, and I did an entire photo set of the entire sequence and all the scenes last year, actually as like my final picture sequence of 2024. But I just wanted to take an extra moment because I think this is so cool and these differences are really interesting. Let me know what you think down below. And with all of that, guys, let's go ahead and start to wrap this thing up. All right, everyone, that's it for this review. Let me know what you thought of these two minifigs down below in the comments. I really had a good time finally making a new video again. Hopefully it won't be the better part of a year before you hear from me again. But as always, I'm not here to make you any promises. I just love you guys and hope that you're all doing all right. And that being said, I obviously have been working on some cool stuff recently. I've been having a good time getting back into the Avengers stuff, and I've been working on Rescue, and a lot of progress has been made over the summer on her. But at the beginning of the summer, I finished Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine, like the full-blown custom and the full figure, and I just never showcased it on the channel because it just felt awkward. I don't have a Deadpool to go with it, but I kind of figured out somewhat of a remedy to that video. It's going to become a showcase slash review, so kind of a 50-50. So that's going to happen soon too. I'm going to try to get that one out, but summer is coming to a close. I don't know what life is going to look like here pretty soon for me as I work to continue to figure out just what life is supposed to look like for me, and that's kind of why I've been gone for all these years, guys, and only popping in every so often. But you can always find me on Instagram, by the way. That's where I am sometimes, posting all kinds of cool stories of like my collection and custom minifigures that I'm always bringing in, but seldom review on the channel. And I'll have to fix that, man, because there's so many cool minifigures that I've brought into the collection that I've just never shown on the channel that I'm pretty sure not many people on YouTube review either. So let me know if you'd be interested in that or just hearing from me at all. I don't always feel deserving of you guys, and that's also why I don't post. But that being said, take care, everyone. And I can't tell you how much I mean it when I say, please keep creating. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Special thanks to Aaron Drucker for joining as an Infinite Customizer over the summer. I was even going to collaborate with him on a project that couldn't work out because I ended up traveling, but I just can't believe how many of you guys on there still support me in the work, even when I'm less active at times. It means the world to me, and I just love seeing those names come through whenever I get comments or DMs. I mean, many of those names are so instantly recognizable to me as longtime supporters of the work, and just know that everyone on there, I do see you, and I appreciate all of you.